Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Talking with Heroes talk show program. I am Bob Calvert, the founder and host of this program. To find out more about our programs, audio and video, including from the R4 Alliance National Conference we just completed, go to our news site, thankyoufforyourservice.us. And we're here actually in North Carolina, and we're actually at the EagleRockCamp.org military family camping retreat. And we're getting to meet here a lady I've met before, actually last year's R4 Alliance conference. And Noel Humphreys, she's executive director of Patriots-Path.org. It's Patriots with a dash, path.org. So welcome back again, Noel. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Absolutely. And you kind of wear two hats, though. You were also helping Lynn with Eagle Rock Camp. So, but anyway, first introduce yourself. Talk a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in supporting troops.
Thank you. Actually, I'm Noel Humphreys McCall, the executive director, as Bob said, of Patriots-Path. And I am wearing two hats, as it were. I actually function as a board member and a volunteer for Eagle Rock Camp. They've been operating now for about 5 years and across the country and bringing veterans and their families here for military just a break in the military for families to come together and reintegrate and learn to deal with some new dynamics, whether it be communication, whether it be parenting, budgeting, any of that. But it's a nice 5 or 6 days to just turn off phones and computers and learn how to be a family again. So I'm very glad to be here associated with that. As for Patriots-Path sort of came to me when I was doing executive recruiting. I worked as an executive recruiter for about 6 years, and I had a lot of friends that would come to me and say, hey, I've got a buddy getting out of the military, and he just needs you to take a look at his resume. Could you do that for me? And I realized it was never just the resume. It was always a deeper conversation around what is it that you really want to do? Where did you find fulfillment in the military? Again, I continue to ask why in almost every sentence. I think my students think I'm a toddler. Why? But it's because if you can tell me why you were good at what you did in the military as opposed to just what you did, then we can find ways to translate your skill set in a way that civilian recruiters can understand. So our mission is truly to walk alongside military personnel who have served, who are currently serving, who are in transition, to help them understand the career transition piece of things, to really help them discern what career would be best for them, and then to make some introductions for them, and to help them discern how their path should lead them.
So are you mostly working with veterans in North Carolina here, or do you have veterans contacting you around the country?
Currently, we're serving folks in North and South Carolina primarily. Our extension will soon include the Raleigh-Durham area outside of Charlotte, and then we'll be expanding probably to Atlanta, Virginia, Texas, and California.
Okay, and is this like one course, or you have different courses? Or?
It's one course, but it's broken into 5 parts. Okay. So our first part really is understanding the job search process from a civilian point of view and how different that is from your career progression in the military. The second class that we hold, it's all a 5-part series again. The second class focuses on a personality and interest assessment that allows them to figure out how to verbalize what they're good at and why they're good at it. We also look then at how to write a resume. Notice we don't start with that. We actually talk about that after they've taken the assessment. I think they're in a better place to write it then. Then we talk about social media. We talk about networking, LinkedIn, and then we focus on the job interview and how to answer some really tough questions that get thrown at you. Some crazy questions sometimes. And then finally we talk about how do you look at the offer that you're getting. How do you negotiate the offer well? What leverage do you have now that you're in the civilian world? And how, it's oftentimes very different. And then how do you stay relevant? I think in the military you say resilient. In our class we talk about being relevant. You want to be at the top of your game at all times so that you can get recruited away or promoted easily, but staying relevant. So those are the 5 parts of the course as it exists currently. We also connect all our students with folks who are willing to sit down and do a one-on-one mock interview, and it'll sit down and do one-on-one resume rewrites with them, and those folks are all out of the talent acquisition community in the Charlotte and surrounding areas. So it gives them a foot in the door somewhere and great experience and great practice.
It's neat they're doing that, though. I mean, you know, you and I and others like us, we give back, we do what we can, but you have all these other people that kind of help with that. So are these people like in businesses or working for other companies?
Absolutely, they are. They are folks that work in corporate America, usually in talent acquisition, so they're used to hiring and reviewing resumes and doing a lot of face-to-face work with candidates. So they're in a good position to look over a resume and say, you know, all the meat of your resume is on the second page, or I'm not getting a clear picture of why you were good at anything. You know, give me something to really latch onto. And so these folks are doing this work in corporate America every day. So they're in the perfect position to advise our students.
How many courses do you have a year?
Right now we are holding one a month.
One a month, okay.
Yep. We meet once a week over the course of 5 weeks. So we can hold about 10 to 15 students in our classes. I keep them small intentionally just because it's easier to have a conversation that way. We're not in a classroom, we meet in boardrooms around a table. So it's a different kind of dialogue than I think lots of folks experience in TAP, for example.
Okay. So how do people find you? Like, give your website address, but you also mentioned LinkedIn. I remember, right, you're on Facebook too.
We're on
So tell
Facebook,
people
we're
how
on
to find you.
LinkedIn. Yeah, we're on Facebook and we're on LinkedIn. And again, if you call 704-904-4835, that's a good way to reach us, especially if you just have some questions.
I can hold this up for the camera
Yeah,
too.
thank you. So,
And then Patriots-Path.org. And now if they go to Facebook, they just put Patriots-Path?
I think it's Patriots-Path USA
USA.
on Facebook, yes.
And LinkedIn?
And on LinkedIn, you just look up Patriots-Path in a group, and you'll find us there.
Great. Okay. Anything else you'd like to share with people? Veterans listening, military families?
You know, just a big thank you to everyone, and to say, you know, we understand that when you get back and you have finished your service and you're reintegrating, that service doesn't stop. We know full well that you want to continue to serve. And finding the right way to fit your career into that service, or finding a way to have it complement what you want to do in service, even as a civilian, is part of what we focus on. We want to make sure that you continue to serve and that you are happy in your career and it's not just a job. So reach out to us if you have any questions, or if you need help looking over your resume, anything like that, we'd love to help.
Great. Would you like to give a shout out to our troops? We have a lot more getting deployed again. So.
I know, lots more. It's hard to choose just one group, and again, my shout out would be to everyone who has served, who is currently serving, and those who will serve, those who will find themselves in harm's way in the coming months, in the coming years. Everything's in flux right now, so just know that our thoughts and our prayers are with all of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate what you're doing with Patriots-Path and Eagle Rock Camp.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, once again, folks, you're watching this on TalkingWithHeroes.com. We're talking with Noel Humphreys. Actually, you just
McCall.
got married.
I did.
McCall.
I have trouble with it too.
Yeah, I caught that when you said that. I thought, oh, Bob.
I'm getting used to McCall as well. Noel
Okay,
McCall.
So I'm okay.
You're fine.
Okay, good. Patriots-Path.org. Now, we're going to have another program with you here next, and we're actually going to be talking to an Air Force veteran and who's a graduate and now is helping you with your organization.
Absolutely.
Great. Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, folks. Please share these videos, and we thank you. And again, I'll say the same thing to all of our veterans, military. Thank you for your service to our country. To all of our men and women who may be in an area where you're in harm's way, be safe, stay alert. Look forward to you coming home. God bless you. God bless America.